Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing some cleaning after dark. Ayla is up in bed and this is the chaos that is left after a full day at home. It is the 6-week holidays, so we're spending a lot more time in the house with activities going on, so it is getting a bit more of a mess and harder for me to keep on top of. Usually when she's not home I can tidy up through the day, but trying to clean when she is in the house, it's just as much use as a chocolate fire guard. It just doesn't really work. So this is how my kitchen is looking. I've got all these dishes that need drying and putting away, and then I also have a sink full that need washing. The sides aren't actually too bad, but the kitchen table is a disaster zone. I have got laundry on there that needs folding up and putting away. It will have to wait for tomorrow. I am going to be listening to Buffy the Vampire Slayer whilst I am cleaning tonight. It has been something that I have really enjoyed rewatching. I know it is old, but that seems to be the sort of thing that I like watching. I guess it's just sort of like the classics. What do you like to watch when you are tidying up, or even when you're just having some downtime and able to chill? What is something that you like to have on in the background, even if it's just like a comfort show? So I'm going to get on with this cleaning and I hope you guys enjoy. So with the dishes, I am going to start by tackling what is already on the draining board. I'm just going to make sure these are all dry and put out of the way. Then that way I've got a clear space to focus solely on the dirty dishes. Once I've washed that, I'm going to get everything dried and put away all together. Now on to the kitchen table. So I've took all the clothes up and I've already folded them. My camera didn't record it for some reason. So all of my clean clothes are now folded up on the worktops. I'm just going to get on with brushing off any crumbs that are on here and then giving it a good clean. Also, I just wanted to show you quickly this blanket that I picked up out of B&M last week. So they did it in white, and I think the white one had like mushrooms on it, and this like burnt orange has leaves and acorns. I just thought it'd be really nice to go in the living room for when autumn starts to kick in. Please don't mind my unfinished floor. I've had to leave that area like with no flooring on it because the fridge is there and I need to pull the fridge out. I'm just waiting for my dad to have some free time to come and help me do this. That way I can tile behind it and then move the fridge back. I didn't want to put any flooring down before this, just in case when the fridge gets moved it damages it. So I just have to live with this at the minute, being half done, a bit like the kitchen. It's the same as the wallpaper hasn't been finished because I need to move that big unit that you can see in the corner. It's got all sorts of like craft supplies in it, things from when I've tried to make my own businesses and that. All my stuff is in there and it's going to take quite a bit of time to sort out. To clean the floors, I'm just going to use this speed mop. I've got some Zaflora and floor cleaner in here along with some hot, not boiling water as it is plastic, and I'm going to give this floor a really good scrub. Really, I could do with actually one day doing a real deep clean on this floor, getting on my hands and knees with like a scrubby brush and really scrubbing at it to get any of that muck off. Cleaning the oven is one of those things I really don't like doing. I think it's mainly because these little caps that are on top where the gas comes out of the flame, they always come off when you're cleaning. They're a bit fiddly to get back on, and if you don't put them on right, the oven won't start up. So it can be a little bit of a pain to get those just right on there. And then it has all these little cracks and stuff under here where bits seem to gather. I just can't wait till I can get a new oven that fits the space properly and hopefully has one of those like flat tops. So have you guys got any plans whilst the kids are off school? So Ayla is now into her second week of being in the summer holidays. We haven't done a whole lot other than go to like see family and be outside. I have tried to find some things for us to go to. It is difficult because where we live, there really isn't much to do and you do have to travel quite a bit to get there, and the weather hasn't been fantastic. It can't seem to make its mind up. You know, we have quite hot weather and it is raining or it is cloudy, miserable, and there's just not really anything outdoors you can go and do when it's like that. So it has been quite difficult to be doing like activities and things with Ayla. I'm just wondering what you guys have planned. Have you got any holidays? Are you going abroad? Going to any theme parks or anything? Let me know in the comments down below. And I've finally finished the kitchen. So this always feels like it has the most jobs to do. I do have a few things still left, but it's not major. I folded all my clothes up onto the kitchen table. They need to go upstairs, but it'll have to wait until tomorrow. And I've lit a candle. I love the atmosphere candles give, especially on a night when it is dark outside. And I don't know if it makes any sense to anyone else, but I always like the candles when I've finished cleaning a room. So it gives me that sense of accomplishment. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. So I'm now onto my hallway just by the living room. This place always gets so dusty. The same with this pumpkin candle with all the ridges on. The dust always settles in here and it drives me nuts. And then I have this picture frame. It's a Highland cow with its baby. This is going to go onto the side behind me on the wall. But I am struggling to find tacks, so I've ended up getting in touch with my dad and he said he has them. So when I get them off him, this picture will be finally put up on the wall and not just stood up on the side. Moving on to the living room, the sofa isn't too bad. I'd already put this throw on when I took Ayla to bed, but as you can see there is stuff everywhere. Please don't mind this wardrobe here, this needs to go in my bedroom. I haven't got round to doing it. If I'm quite honest, the thought of carrying it all upstairs puts me off, and the work that I have to do in my room before I can build it is just mad. So anyway, this is all the stuff that Ayla has left out. The sofa, back of the cushion here is upside down. I don't know what she does in here, but it always ends up quite a disaster zone. Everything gets pulled out. It's definitely looked worse before though. So I'm going to get on with putting these discs away and cleaning the TV stand up. Ayla recently got this fidget box out of Aldi. It had all these different things in, and that's what I found under the blanket. All of her fidget stuff just hiding under here, some random bits of clothes, pens, and as you can see there's just tons of clothes. I don't know why she does it. She just seems to go upstairs. She gets changed 3-4 times a day, even though I'm asking her not to. She brings coats down when it's too hot for a coat, and they just end up staying here. And then like this one, it was just wedged behind the back and I hadn't seen it. So I'm just going to tidy this space up, get this blanket back on here. I really need to get some of those elastic covers. They look like a fitted bed sheet, but they fit the sofas. I've looked on Temu and Shein and they do them. So that is something I need to order. I think it would be a lot better than the blankets. They wouldn't fall off as easy. It drives me mad the amount of times I have to fix these throws, and they need constantly washing and everything with me having a dog and a little one. But I just thought having something that was more fitted would maybe make things a bit easier. And here is a prime example of what I have to do 50 times a day. If it is not Ayla knocking all the cushions off and putting them on the floor, it is Maverick. He's decided that he couldn't get comfy on the sofa and he has just dug it all up. As you can see, he feels really guilty. Not. He couldn't care less. So I am now going to have to sort this out again when I've literally just done it. But I just thought I would leave this in here and just show you guys just the kind of things that get on in this house that just drive me mad. And then he is just going to lay down on top of everything. How is this comfortable? I really don't understand. It was perfectly smooth and flat, and he just seems to find it much more comfortable to lay with his backside in the air and the rest of him on an angle. Does anybody else have this same problem, whether it's kids or pets that just seem to dig up the sofa and you're constantly having to sort it out? For the floor, I'm just going to be using my speed mop with a dry head on it, and then this way I can just sweep all of the things off of the floor into a pile. It is getting a little bit late to start hoovering. I have got neighbours both sides of me, so I don't want to start annoying them. So I'm going to just sweep this into a pile, and then I'm going to get a dustpan and brush and sweep it up, and then in the morning I'll run the hoover over to catch any bits that I've missed. And then finally I'm going to light this candle. I'm nearly finished in here, I just need to mop the floors, but this is one of my favourite candles. My mum actually got me it from TK Maxx a couple of years ago now, and it's still got quite a bit of wax in it. It is an autumny sort of smell. I'm not 100% sure what the smell is without looking at it, but it's some sort of pumpkin spice, but it's not sweet or sickly. It's very like earthy and warm, comforting sort of smell. I'm just going to get on with mopping this floor now. As you can see, Maverick loves stepping over it. I keep telling him to lay down. Sometimes he'll stay laid down, and other times he just watches me, or he'll just keep coming over. He always seems to want my attention much more when I am cleaning. And then he started making a really strange noise. I started to think maybe he was choking a little bit, so I'm just patting him on the back and the noise just stopped. He must have just been having a moment. But he always has me worrying with some strange noise he can make. And that is the living room now finished. It is not perfect by any means, but it is a whole lot better than how it did look. Please excuse the lighting, it sort of goes a bit funny here. I'm not sure what it's doing. But I'm going to now sit down, I'm going to relax. I'm going to fold up some extra clothes that I had laying about that are clean, that need taking upstairs, but I will take them up tomorrow once I can be bothered really. It's quite late now and I'm tired. I just want to relax for a little bit before heading off to bed. So I'm just going to get on with these few more jobs. Maverick's going to come and sit on here. There we go again, knocking the cushion off. And then here's me telling him to mind his tail on the candle. So I hope you enjoyed this clean after dark with me. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.